Greetings and salutations, my darlings. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Witch Weekly with yours truly, Lauren Ann Defont, the witchpreneur behind Lauren Ann Alchemy. And as I say every week, I'm forever grateful for your viewership, for your support, for this community. And I just fucking love coming here and coming back every week to share knowledge and spread magic. So I hope that you enjoy it just as much. And I would hope you do, or else you wouldn't keep coming back. So this week I've got two components to the show, and I want to get into the details of it. We are going back into the crystal corner. I know it's been a little while. And in the spirit of giving, and since it's my birthday this week, I'm going to pull 3 cards for us for some tarot healing guidance for this coming week. And let's get started with this mystical marvel. What is this, Lauren? What's this? This is Shungite. This is a Shungite pyramid. It's a graphite-like stone. It's very heavy. It's not, it probably feels similar to those of you who are familiar with hematite. It's got that very shiny, very marbly, hard texture and composition. But it almost feels more like glass, where hematite feels more like a rock, if that makes sense. It's at least 2 billion years old. 2 billion. Billions and billions. Anybody know the original cosmos? It's only found in northern Russia, in the Republic of Karelia. I hope I'm saying that right. If there are any Russian viewers who live there, please correct me if I'm wrong. And it may have been instrumental in creating life on Earth. Crazy, right? This quote, I'm reading from my notes, of course, is directly from Judy Hall's Crystal Bible, Volume 3. It has been suggested that an enormous meteorite hit the Earth and created the crater in which Lake Onega, again, I'm pronouncing that right, later formed. Lake Onega is a lake in the Republic of Karelia in northern Russia, where this is found. It is postulated that microorganisms were swimming in a soupy sea, and that the seabed, formed the Shungite deposit. Wild, right? And also the water that was flowing through there was cleansed with the Shungite, and it's a very healing, like there's like healing spas there. Very freaking cool. But enough with the history lesson, even though the history lesson is awesome. And I love learning about origins of crystals and how they form and where they're from, because I'm a science nerd at heart, and very fascinating. So I sprayed it with some Palo Santo before to clear it, and it's kind of like cutting on my fingers a little bit. So what does this beauty do, and how can you use it? It actually contains all of the minerals in the periodic table. I know this stone just keeps getting better. It creates an incredibly protective shield, especially around the presence of EMF, electromagnetic frequencies, right? Like computers, like cell phones. It helps to eliminate and protect from the detrimental side effects of that on our human energy systems. So it's very, very supportive around basically any electronics. So, and you want to clear and cleanse it regularly to keep it clear and working. Hence why I sprayed it with Palo Santo before. It also helps on an emotional level to clear out the clutter in your mind. So it works on a physical level, works on an emotional level. I suggest keeping this little beauty near your computer or your workspace. You can put it near your bed if you have an alarm clock radio near there, or keep it by your phone if you keep your phone by you while you're sleeping. I keep the pyramid that I have here on my bedside for, I used to have a alarm clock there. Now the alarm clock's on the other side, on Ryan's side. But I still keep it by my bedside because it is said to counteract insomnia, headaches, and help to eliminate, while you're sleeping, all of the side effects of stress on your body and on your mind. So who doesn't want this near their bedside? I mean, who doesn't? It's pretty much a cure-all stone. I mean, obviously, do not substitute any of this for medical advice, but it works on so many different levels, and it helps to not only shield, as I said, from EMF, it also helps to detoxify and support multiple systems in your body. They also sell pop sockets for your cell phone made of Shungite. I'm actually looking to get one myself. So that's pretty freaking cool. So that way, when you're constantly on your phone, you're getting that protection from the Shungite. It's really awesome. Here it is. I got this at the Gem Show in Edison. Not this year, obviously they didn't have it, but the year before, so 2019, which is a really awesome show. And I really hope that they can have one this year or sometime soon, because you can get really incredible stuff for great prices. And there's just so many crystals. It's incredible. One of these days I'll make it out to the Tucson Gem Show, which is even larger and more amazing. So I've seen pictures and so I've heard. So let's pull a couple of cards. I'm using my True Heart Tarot again. And pull 3 cards for the week. See what we're working with for my birthday week. Why not? Hope everyone's really awesome and having a fabulous weekend, holiday weekend. And I know myself, I went through a pretty big shift right before the new moon last week, and I feel immensely different coming out the other side of it. And in this waxing phase right now, I believe the moon is waxing in Pisces, which is where my natal moon is. So I'm pretty much in my sweet spot. All right, one more beautiful shuffle. I make so much noise. Bear with me, my darlings. Let's see what we got here. Well, now we have the 10 of discs, i.e. the 10 of pentacles. A little bit of a glare. There it goes. The 2 of swords and the sun. I mean, I love this. It's gorgeous. Who doesn't want to see the sun card the week of their birthday? So in the 2 of swords, there's the 2 of swords, there's the 8 of swords, and there's the figure on both cards, and they're blindfolded. In the 8, she's bound. She's not bound in the 2. And I always think about the 2s as the connection card right after the ace, that initiatory spark, that brilliant idea in the swords. That's where you get this spark of inspiration or this brilliant concept comes to you. And in the 2, there's decisions to be made. There's possible partnerships to be formed. It's after this initial phase of having this idea, of having this concept, of having this project or whatever it may be, then the next steps are, okay, well, how do I go about constructing this? And there's this sense of balance in the 2s. And I love the imagery in here. I mean, there's this night and day dichotomy, and there's this balancing act. I mean, she's standing in tree pose. And so there's a decision, there's a balancing act, there's something to think upon, how you want to go forward from here. But there's so much beautiful success and abundance in the Sun and the Ten of Discs. There's this sense of completion, of this wholeness, of this camaraderie, of this family of any sorts. And the Sun is this joy, this brilliance, this brightness, this childlike essence of wonder, of happiness. So I love these cards this week. I love this sense of fulfillment, of maybe you're coming up against something that's been sort of plaguing you, sort of been frustrating you. Maybe you've been struggling a little bit and have had this, back and forth where that balance comes in. And this week, you decide to, stand up strong and pull your shoulders back. And this is how I want to go forward with this. This is how I want to construct my experience to attain this sense of wholeness and wonder and accomplishment and abundance. So how can you do that this week? How can you support yourself and others? Because don't forget, we're in this Aquarian energy, so it is about the collective. But you also have to take care of yourself first. So how can you support yourself? And in that way, you're supporting others. And how can you spread the joy? How can you spread the brilliance of the Sun? Think about it. And let me know how you're doing. I want to hear about your experiences this week. And in the spirit of giving, in the spirit of my birthday, if you've made it to the end of this video, lucky you, because I'm going to offer a discount code on my website. So if you go over to, I know I fuss with my hair a lot. Someone told me that recently in my videos. I don't really care. That's me. If you go over to my website, www.laurenannalchemy.com, and you use offer code BirthdayWitch, that's birthday spelled traditionally, witch spelled traditionally, one word, you're going to get 10% off any of my services, as long as you book by midnight on my birthday. So you've got a couple of days, 2-3 days. And maybe I'll extend it to the end of the week. But for right now, I'm extending it until midnight on my birthday. So that's Birthday Witch, 10% off any of my services or products on my website, www.laurenannalchemy.com. And that's all I have. I mean, not all, but that's what I've got this week. Uranus went direct, and we could have talked about that. And maybe I'll pop in a little mini episode later on this week. We're in a waxing, moon in Pisces, and the Sun's going to move into Aquarius this week. So maybe you'll see my face midweek just for a little bit of a bonus. So I love you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and maybe it's being extended by the holiday tomorrow. Today is the 17th, Sunday. So I hope you're enjoying yourself. Be well and stay wild and stay weird, my darlings.